This is going to be a Lilith message just because I just recently got this deck and I just thought I would have some fun. So what message do we have for the collective Lilith? The Nightbird, act with stealth. So if you don't know, the owl is one of the symbolism of Lilith, but also the owl is connected to the night. It is connected to intuition. So your intuition could actually open at night. This can be in regards to like dreams. Could be like you actually have more clarity at night, so in regards to like dream work, or just like you're a body where you're a person that you're like more tired in the day, or you sleep more in the day, and that night is when you wake up. So it could be that sense of like your subconscious opens up at night, or self, you open up at night, you're awakened at night. We also have equality, born on the same earth. What I'm getting from Lilith's message in regards to this specific reading is that we are all born on the same earth. So it doesn't matter like if we're different, or if our forms are different, or what we can provide for the world, or for like jobs, or what our worth is, or what you even think someone else's worth is, because we are all born on the same earth, so we all are worthy of experiencing earthly plane, earthly beings, earthly stature, earthly abundance. The earth, the planet, nature doesn't disqualify or doesn't bias against different forms. Nature, or the natural cycle of life, doesn't have bias on making someone else's life be longer just because, for whatever reason. We all die at some point, and we all have the same chance on this earth to live, to experience it. Which November. Flaming fire. This is having an ecstasy for life, having an ecstasy for passion, for being in flame, being ignited. This can signify like following your passions, following your desires, following what ignites you, what excites you, being alive. And so in regards to like being born on the same earth and having the same equality, like every being has the same chance on this life. And so this can signify, Lilith's message can signify that, well, first of all, you need to tap into your intuition. And then on the same form, there's also like, don't think just because someone else's circumstances are different because they were born into a rich family, that makes you less qualified or less worthy of having the same abundance. That everyone has, like, born on the same earth, we all have the same resources. I mean, in retrospect, we don't have the same resources, but when you look out and when you zoom out, you don't focus on like the right or wrong, or this person has this and I want that and I don't have that, and then contrasting and limitations. And the lesson or the message from Lilith is realizing that every person has the same potential to have the same opportunities like we have, and it's really listening to your intuition, your subconscious. And this can be like an awakening of your subconscious, being vulnerable and being naked to your passions, to your desires, and really awakening that through the night, looking outside of circumstances that people are given and realizing like we are given the same opportunities for life, for experience. And this can be because Lilith is obviously known for saying no to Adam in regards of like when the whole like biblical jargon of like Adam wanting her to be on bottom and her standing up. It's like everyone has the same equality. You have the same opportunities, and it's like knowing that just because like you have the same opportunities, you have the same chances as a man, as a woman, as whatever, to blossom enthusiasm to be ignited, to be fired up, to be excited about living on this earth, living on this planet. I'm also getting flaming fire. I'm getting also like burning alive. I know there's a lot of examples of popes setting themselves on fire as like a signal of their devotion to their religion. So this can be like, I mean, it could be like burning the world alive as we are in a certain situation, in a point in life where, depending on your beliefs, that this is a time where you're fired up and you're excited for the future, or you're deprived. But it is knowing that we are all given the same opportunity, and it is what you do with all of that. Because at the back of the deck, we do have rebellion, taking a stand. So I'm seeing that really following your desires, your passions, even if, no matter how taboo it is. And with Lilith, it's like more taboo it is. So it's following your desires, following your shadows, following your subconscious, and awakening. It might be awakening that prospect of you that is burning alive, maybe a surrendering, maybe like it's almost like an offering of like burning a part of yourself alive in order to awaken a part of yourself from the subconscious, from the dark side. But I'm getting that every one of us has the opportunity, has the chance of being born on this earth and making the most of it, taking a stand, potential rebellion against like someone telling you have no capacity. And so there's like this like darkness or the shadow self where there's something hidden. The night bird, the night, there is the shadow aspects of ourselves that are hidden. Getting that in your dreams or in the night is when you're waking up to realizing your equality, and in that equality and knowing that you are the same as anyone that tells you are on bottom or on top or whatever. It is having that vulnerability with your own shadows, with your own passions, with your own excitements, with your own taboo nature, to really be vulnerable, to expose yourselves to that dark side of yourself and take a stand. Have Enchantress embody the siren. So I'm getting that the message from Lilith is that if this message resonates with you, this is a time where you are going through an awakening from the night self, like whatever you're harboring in the night, in the dark, in your dreams, and you're pushing down and you're trying to hide a part of yourself, it's going to wake up and it's going to be fired up, and it could potentially be a sacrifice of a side of yourself, the light side of yourself, in order to awaken the dark side of yourself, and realizing there is an equality, that you have the potential to have the same opportunities as anyone else. Enchantress, and you're being awakened to embodying the siren, and the siren is often signified as someone who is very voluptuous, who enchants men. And honestly, a siren doesn't just enchant men, enchant women. Seductive. The first Eve was Lilith, born on the same earth. This is important to remember, because in order to make a wife for Adam, God took a rib from Adam, and so Lilith, Eve, woman, was of the same equality, of the same material, of the same earth, because earth is embodiment of our physical form. An enchantress embodying the siren, and oftentimes the siren or voluptuous woman or seductive woman, there is this shadow aspect of like you are ashamed if you fully surrender to your passions, to your power. That is what it is. It is your power. Your power is in the night, but it is being fired up. It is being lit up. The light in the fire. So the fire is technically light, and the light is going to illuminate the shadow, which is going to inflame the enchantress, the seductive, this power that you might have. So you might have this sense of like, have this power where you have the ability to be seductive, to seduce with potentially physical form, but it doesn't even have to be physical form. You could just feel like you're shamed because you're just the way you look, or the way you are, or the way you move, or the way you embody your energy. And we're seeing the snake here, so I'm getting like there is a seduction happening, a seduction of your dark side with your light. The light is like an inflammation, in flame inside you, burning bright, illuminating the darkness into your power. I'm getting that your power is to embody the siren, to woo, to kind of like take on your taboo nature is what I'm getting with this message from Lilith. Have self-ownership, emancipation, take your power back. Choose what often we are shamed for, or what you might be shamed for, because embodying the siren is taking our shadow and being empowered by it and realizing that it is a power. So it's taking on that self-ownership of actually like what ignites you. You have self-ownership of making decisions for your own life and not letting someone else decide you. Because let me ask you a question. The only story we have, the only significance we have of Eve, and I'm not talking about the first Eve, Lilith, I'm talking about the second Eve after Adam, after Lilith rejected the notion of being bottom to Adam always, being always inferior. I don't know where I was going with that. Okay. Born on the same earth too. This is also like, here she's covered and here they're not. They're open, they're exposed. Here there's this like seductiveness. Born on the same earth, Adam and Eve and Lilith were born on the same earth. And so often there's speculation if it's Lilith that was the snake, or if it's Lucifer, or it's Satan, or the devil, or whatever you want to call it. Snakes are also often like in the Bible, obviously snakes are connected with like seductiveness and being seduced and deceit. But snakes in animal symbolism, they actually have a healing power.